Hey everyone, it's Jananie and welcome back to my channel, This Story Ain't Over. So today I'm coming to you with my final TBR of 2020 because we are in December now somehow and I can't even believe it, but I am so ready for this year to be over and for 2021 to begin. But I do have a bunch of books that I want to read before the end of the year, and I've done several videos about what books I want to read before the end of the year, but this is like the last TBR, the last set of books that I'm going to commit to before the end of the year, and hopefully I can read more than the ones that are on this list, but knowing me, I'll probably read less than the books that are on this list. But regardless, we're going to be ambitious as per usual, and we're going to try our best. As you probably know from my previous video, which was reacting to my TBRs of 2020, you know that I am really bad at actually finishing all the books on my TBR, but I was decent. I got through like almost half of all the books that I put on a TBR this year, so I think that's pretty decent. Like, I thought I was gonna be worse, so I have some faith in myself. And this is the TBR where I'm rounding up all the books that I've been meaning to read during this year and I haven't yet, and I'm finally getting to them. So I'm gonna start with the books that I'm currently reading. So the first of those books is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, and this, I don't think I've put this on a TBR in a while, but I started this in January of 2016. I just found this out because I checked on Goodreads when I had marked it as, you know, starting to read, and it was January 2016 and I have yet to finish it, but I've made a lot of progress in November and I am this much through. I am 334 pages through, and this book is like 600 pages, I want to say. So I'm like over halfway through and I'm very proud of myself. And the biggest reason for me getting through more of this is because of the audiobook. I borrowed it from the library and I actually really love the narrators. And so it's really helped me kind of pick up this book when I wasn't really feeling like reading it. And I'm actually really enjoying it now, and I'm halfway through, and it is a bit slow in the sense that not much is happening. I feel like things happen, but I feel like there's a lot of buildup between every plot point, which I think is just V.E. Schwab's style when it comes to writing her adult books. But regardless, I'm enjoying it. And there are parts where the characters are kind of arguing over one other character who's kind of imprisoned, and it's just the most funniest, hilarious thing ever, and I absolutely love it. It's like peak entertainment. So really enjoying this, and I am excited to see where like the series ends and kind of goes. I know it does have a continuation coming called The Threads of Power, so I'm excited for that. But overall, a great kind of fantasy read. The next book that I'm currently in the middle of and determined to finish is Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. I've been currently reading this ever since it came out, which was probably in 2017, I want to say. And well, here we are in 2020. So I am about 130 pages into this. I am listening to the audiobook now from Audible, and it's really good. I'm trying to get back into the story because I really don't remember a lot of the things that happened in the original trilogy because I read those so long ago. It's been like 4-ish years since I read those. Yeah, it's kind of hard to remember, but I also don't want to go through the trouble of rereading the entire Red Rising series, even though I really love it. So I'm trying to kind of jog my memory as I read this, and if you guys know any good like recaps of the Red Rising series, especially ones that have like names with them, because I feel like a lot of times there are names mentioned in this book that like, I know vaguely, but I don't exactly remember who the character was, and so I need kind of a refresher. So if you know any recaps, let me know. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish this before the end of the year because I just really want to like get past this and finally finish it and get to Dark Age, which I've heard is like insane. So excited for this. All right, and then I'm also in the middle of a very exciting book that just came out today, hopefully if this is going live on December 1st, and that is A Sky Beyond the Storm by Sawa Tahir. This is the final installment in the Ember and the Ashes series, and it is one of my all-time favorite series ever. If you guys have been following my channel, you know that, and I just love it so much. So hopefully I'll have a vlog up for this and a review up for this very soon. But when I'm filming this, it is like November 28th or something. And this was sent to me early by Penguin Teen, so thank you so much to them. And I have started reading it. I am halfway through. I cannot say any kind of spoilers because I do not want to put you in that position, but just know that I am loving it. And I am hoping to finish this very soon. I will probably have finished it by the time this video goes up, but I just want to tell you that I am reading it. And I will hopefully have a vlog, but if not a vlog, at least a full review, full spoilery review coming soon to your sub boxes. And then I want to mention two other books that I'm currently in the middle of: Lovely War by Julie Berry and Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. I'm about 2 chapters into this, not very far. I did borrow the audiobook from my library, so that's really great. I actually really like it, but this book is like insane already. It starts off like really crazy and gruesome, so I'm interested to see where it's gonna go. And I also kind of felt like I was in a video game while reading this, so that was kind of cool. And then Lovely War, a lot of you have told me you love this. I posted a picture on Instagram of what book I should read next from my November TBR. I don't think this was officially on my November TBR, but like in the back of my head I wanted to read it in November. And a lot of you were like, read Lovely War. And so I really need to get on this. I couldn't find an audiobook from the library, which is one of the reasons why I've kind of dragged my feet on this, but I really do want to finish it before the end of the year. And I think it's going to be just wonderful and a really nice kind of cozy read for December. Okay, and then I did want to touch upon some of the books that were on my November TBR. So I did finish 3 of the books on my November TBR, which was A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor, which was amazing. It kind of blew my mind and my brain hurt afterwards, but it was great. These Violent Delights, which I absolutely loved. It was so much fun. And The Silvered Serpents by Rashni Chakshi, which was another one that I absolutely loved. I do have kind of recent reads wrap-ups for both of these. I know a lot of you wanted a dedicated review for this. I honestly don't feel like I have coherent enough thoughts about this to do a dedicated review video because I read it over such a long time, but I will try to do a recent reads wrap-up with more on this very soon. Suddenly getting dark outside, so I'm putting on my ring light, so excuse the weird lighting if you've noticed it. But I also have a bunch of books on my November TBR that I did not finish, so I want to go through those as well. So there are 4 other books on my November TBR. So one of them is Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moaning, and I think I mentioned this in another video, maybe a vlog, but I'm really not feeling this anymore. I started it, I think I got about a few chapters in, and I just really wasn't liking the fact that it's so old. It was written like in the early 2000s, I think, and it was like pre the iPhone being made. I think it just felt really weird, and I also just am not used to this like romance voice, I guess. So I don't know if I'm ever gonna go back into this. Maybe I just need to push through. Let me know if you guys think it's worth pushing through for. And then Super Fake Love Song by David Yoon. I really do want to read this, but I'm just not in the contemporary mood, so I think I'm gonna save this for later on, maybe early next year or maybe in the summer, depending on how far I get with all the books on my TBR for this month and all the ones that I want to read. If I have time, I'll pick this up, but if not, I'll probably pick it up early January. And then I also have Mexican Gothic and Where Dreams Descend. I actually really do want to read both of these. I am trying to find audiobooks from the library for both of these. I think there's like a massive hold on Mexican Gothic, and this one just isn't available at my library, so we'll see. I just feel like audiobooks just help me read faster, keep me more focused on reading because I get distracted really easily. So we'll see, but I really do want to pick both of these up very soon. Okay, now on to the books that I'm actually adding on to my December TBR. So the first one is one that I'm determined to finish before the end of the year. Like, I really want to read this, and that is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. Like, if I have to choose one book on this TBR that I like, no matter what, want to read, it's gonna be this one, because I'm just so excited about Christopher Paolini's like foray into science fiction, and just getting a new book from him I think is so exciting. And I've actually heard some really amazing things about this, so I think it's gonna be a really nice treat. It's also a big, heavy book, and this is the perfect kind of book that I like to pick up during December, so I'm excited to pick this up. I think after I do all my current reads, I'm definitely gonna pick up this one. All right, next I want to pick up Wicked Fox by Cat Cho. I have put this on multiple TBRs before, I think, in the past couple years, and I've owned it physically for so long, but I never ended up actually reading it. I think I tried to pick it up a few times, but just wasn't in the mood for it. And so I finally put it on hold at the library, the audiobook, and it came in, and so I'm very excited because I'm gonna use that audiobook to pick this up, and I think it's gonna really help me kind of focus and just read this and finally finish it. I have heard it's kind of like a K-drama. It has a little supernatural element to it, with the main character being this mythological being called the Gumiho, which is this like fox demon in Korean mythology, which is super cool. And it's kind of a romance, and there is a companion to this book called Vicious Spirits that I recently bought as well, and I really want to read, so I feel like I need to read this one first. So I really just want to pick it up soon and finish it. And then next I want to pick up The Midnight Lie by Marie Rutkowski. As you guys may know, I love the Winter's Trilogy by Marie Rutkowski, so I really want to pick up her new book. I've had this on my TBR for ages. It came out in like March, I want to say, but I have yet to pick it up. So this is definitely one that I'm hoping to pick up before the end of the year, if not in early January. And then I'm tacking on a couple extra books for this TBR because I got the audiobooks from the library again with these two, and so I think it's gonna just help me kind of finish them very quickly, and I'll have some time off from work as well, so I'll be able to read more, and my province is kind of basically going into lockdown, so I'll have a lot of time to read. So those books are Want by Cindy Pond, which is a book that I tried picking up a while ago, I think last year, and I got a decent way through, but I stopped reading for some reason and just didn't end up picking it up again. But I was really interested in the story, and I really want to finish it. It's kind of set in a futuristic version of of Taiwan, I believe. And it's a little bit dystopic in the sense that there's this huge divide between the rich and the poor, and it is affected by climate change and the fact that pollution has kind of skyrocketed. And so the rich have the access to these kind of body suits that give them proper oxygen and everything, whereas the regular kind of air is just so bad. And so all the poor are just kind of left with this shorter lifespans and all of that. So it's actually a really cool world, and I really want to finish it. And I know there's a sequel as well that I've heard is amazing as well. So I really want to pick this up soon. And then the last book that I want to pick up for December is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I've heard 1,000 different things about this and also some controversial things about it. I will leave some links to like the different statements down below, but I still think it's an interesting story and I want to pick it up. And I did get this in an Owl Crate box, so I want to read it for that reason. And I've heard it's inspired by a secret history and kind of dark academia, so I'm just really in the mood for that type of thing. And I did get the audiobook from the library, so I'm gonna read it that way, but I think it's gonna be a good read, so I thought I'd give it a shot. But those are all of the books that I want to pick up this month. There are a ton of books that I'm ambitiously trying to pick up this month, and I'm like semi-confident that I'll actually be able to do it. I think if not all of these books, I think I'll get to like 75% of them at least. I'm really hoping. I'm just gonna be like reading nonstop and making videos for most of December. I have work, but I'm off for like a week and a half, so that'll be nice. And since my province is basically going into lockdown, I'll have a lot of time on the weekends as well. So yeah, it's just gonna be a reading filled month, and I'm kind of okay with that. And I'm excited to just pick up all of these books and kind of finally get to them, because a lot of them were ones that I wanted to pick up earlier this year and I didn't have the chance to. So yeah, really excited about these ones. Let me know down below what you guys are hoping to read in December and before the end of 2020, like your last shot at reading something in 2020. What are you gonna read? And let me know down below if you guys have read any of the books on my TBR, and let me know if you like them, if you didn't like them. Do not spoil anything, and let me know how freaking excited you are for A Sky Beyond the Storm. And let me know if you'd like any reading vlogs for any of these books. I'll try to do one when I have the time off. But thank you so much for watching. Go check out my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads in the description down below if you want to get regular updates on my reading, because I update those quite frequently. And I will see you in my next video. So please remember that this story ain't over. Bye!